Oh, beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm coming at you with another disc review. It's been quite a while since we visited our friends over at Doomsday Discs. And up first, we have the Dystopia. And between me and you guys, I have high hopes for this. It feels great in the hand. They sent this to me quite a while ago, and I've just been eyeballing it because it has such an amazing stamp, cool color, and a great feel. And then next, we have this kind of wild card, the Cataclysm. I'm not entirely sure what to expect from this. As you can see, it has some pretty serious dome to it. I would guess this is probably like an 11, maybe 12 speed, probably on the stable end, a good full ripper. And then lastly, we have what might be the most popular disc from Doomsday, the Blackout. A lot of people have recommended this to me. I think a lot of them say it's like my seasoned Valkyrie, an understable kind of fairway, maybe a distance driver, I'm guessing fairway, but make sure you guys stick around because I am giving one of these brand new Blackouts to one of you guys. Just make sure you are subscribed. Plus, I think they glow. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure these glow, so that's an added bonus. Up first, we're just gonna rip. So the first thing we're gonna do is rip all three of these into an open field. We're gonna zap the rangefinder on it, throw some tracers on it, see what kind of shot shapes, what kind of distance we're looking at. I'm gonna throw them all the same on a decent little hyzer. See if we get a flip up and turn, or just some overstability. But keep in mind, this is wet dirt, and I have not thrown a disc today, so I have no idea how this is gonna go, but we are gonna start with the Blackout. The understability should help for our first throw. Oh my gosh. Well, that was an absolute rope. That was an absolute rope. Definitely not as flippy as my Valkyrie, but it is flippy. It flipped up. If I threw that even flat or on a baby hyzer, that thing's definitely gonna turn over, but great shot shape. Next, we're gonna go with the Cataclysm, and I will throw the flight numbers up there. I know they're not on the disc, and I don't know them off the top of my head, so I will throw them up there. This one I think might hurt the arm a bit. This one feels like it's got some stability to it. With the dome, we'll see. Wow. I don't know, that thing did a whole lot of dancing. Now there is quite a bit of wind out there, but huh, that was interesting. It also just kind of went dead straight, but moved 100 feet in the process. And lastly, we have this thing, just the coolest looking thing ever. I really hope it flies good. It feels a little orc-ish, which would be a shame because I'm never taking the orc out, but we'll see. Okay, I threw that really high. Not a great test throw, really high. So of the three discs, the Blackout was the only one that felt like a solid throw, and it went about 350 feet, just dead straight. Really happy with that. The Dystopia was not good. We skied it, it immediately hyzered out, and the Cataclysm, I think for some reason the wind just got to that one. It went about 365-ish, but it was a very strange flight path. So we are gonna, now that we're three throws, we're pretty warmed up now, and I'm gonna change these angles and throw them kind of how I think they should be thrown. I'm looking for this thing to get a baby flip up and then a pretty decent anhyzer. Oh yeah. You know, not as much Annie as I thought. Not as much Annie as I thought. I think we could probably throw that flat. All right, come on, Dystopia. I mean, that's a little better. I don't know. I'm not seeing a ton of glide with them. Again, I don't know the flight numbers. I mean, this thing definitely will if we get it thrown right, but I think the giant dome, I don't know if that makes the wind affect it more, but there is, you can see the trees moving. There's a ton of wind out there. I mean, that had a pretty S shape, but you even saw that it kind of got pushed down. So They flew a lot better that time. Now let's actually take them to a tee pad. Now this will be a great hole to test out our Cataclysm and Blackout. The rangefinder has it at 325-ish feet as the crow flies. But obviously if you take this huge hyzer route or this big, beautiful gaping Annie shot, it is gonna throw a bit farther. So obviously the Blackout will send down this left-hand side and the Cataclysm will just go for that big hyzer. Oh, beautiful. Oh, you can't even see that tree I hit. That was holding just the most gorgeous little turnover shot ever. And we hit one hiding up there, but now we're gonna send that big hyzer lane with the Cataclysm. Oh, pfft. All right, well, I guess we'll just do 2 tree hit tests. Now this Blackout 100% would have went deep. I don't think it was gonna hold the Annie. It may have held it all the way to the basket, but I think it would have started to hook up and honestly sail pretty far past the basket, but we'll see if it putts. Not for me, it doesn't. And the Cataclysm, to be honest, I think would have been perfect. Even a little run. We were just hanging out a little too wide, clipped one of these trees up here, but it felt great, looked pretty good out of the hand. And that one putts. That's a putt. That's a putt. Like I said, you guys have a chance to win this beauty, but I do have a confession to make. It's not brand new. When I did the first 2 field shots, I messed up, okay? I threw this one and then I threw the other one the second time. So it has 1 throw on it, but don't be picky. All you have to do is be a subscriber and tell me currently in the comments what your favorite flippy fairway driver is. That simple, and you're entered. Now this hole will be an interesting one. This basket's about 340 feet if you take this dead straight route, but there also is this wide hyzer route, and then there's even, it definitely suits a forehand better, but you can try to push a big Annie route. All 3 paths exist in this hole, and we're gonna try to take the Cataclysm, shoot it down this right side. We're gonna take the Blackout, shoot it down the left side, and the Dystopia right up the gut. Should be a pretty fun little experiment. See which one comes out the best. First up will be the Blackout, and to be completely honest with you, I have never tried this crazy turnover lane. There's a tree right here. If that tree wasn't there, it'd be a lot more viable, but it is tricky to get past that tree and get the big turnover. It's literally perfect for a forehand, but let's see what the Blackout can do. Oh, go, go, go. Oh, you know, I know these discs, you can just tell they will beat in great. Being brand new, we got that flip up, even that late turn, but it did kind of hyzer out at the end. I guess it's a long putt, not bad. Oh, and the Dystopia failed. Dang it. Well, we still have the hyzer lane with the old Cataclysm. Oh yeah, get up there. Oh, really nice. That Cataclysm likes to be thrown on a hyzer, for sure. If you try to throw it flat and get that S-flight, it will do it. But if you put that thing on a baby hyzer, give it some height, I don't know if it's that huge dome or the glide, but you get it up in the air and it likes to just go. That is such a long route to go 340 feet. Now we have to see how the Dystopia putts, because I know that's what we're all thinking. Nope. The Cataclysm's it. The Cataclysm is your putter, 100%. One exciting thing I want to share with you guys, I haven't been to my 2 close local courses in a couple of weeks, which is crazy for me to say, but today while filming this video, I ran into a subscriber and we just sat on the bleachers for an hour-and-a-half chatting disc golf. I absolutely love doing that. Not the Pro Tour, nothing like that, not talking about players or Pro Tour, but just disc golf, the history of disc golf, how it's changed, the marketplace, and all of that. Do you guys enjoy just chatting disc golf? Do you like talking about the Pro Tour, or do you just not really chat about disc golf, because I could see how that'd be nerdy and lame at the same time, so I get it. And that's gonna wrap up today's video with these Doomsday drivers. And guys, I was gonna try to give them a few more test throws, but let me tell you something, it is very windy out. It is not very suitable to be testing discs, but I can give you guys a solid explanation of each of them. Now, I could have shown some ace runs and done a million other tests, but guys, let me tell you something. And a big thing that I see with disc reviews and why I don't do many of them, we all throw differently. We have different arm speeds. How I throw a disc is not going to be very similar to how you throw a disc. But what I will tell you with the Blackout, as it sits brand new, pretty much max weight 174, this thing is a flip up machine. If you have a pretty decent arm speed or even a, somewhere in the middle arm speed, you will get great flip ups with this thing. Out of the box, not so much of that flip up and then turn over. Yes, you could do it if you really want to force it, but I would just let this thing season in perfectly and it will get you those great shot shapes. For somebody with a lower speed arm, this is going to be perfect for your like max distance shots. It's going to hold straighter than maybe a lot of the distance drivers that you might be testing out. Now the Cataclysm, big, domey, I don't know if they're all domey, this is domey. What I learned with the Cataclysm, it likes big hyzer shots. It reminds me of my Halo Boss. I don't really try to work those S flights with it. I don't try to yank it over. You just want to throw it on just the babiest hyzer as hard as you can. Get it up in the air, let it get that little baby flip, get some loft, and just keep going. It will hold that nice, beautiful hyzer for quite a while. It's not so beefy that it immediately just caves to the ground. It just loves big hyzer shots. And for the Dystopia, now we didn't get any great rips on it. I have gotten some extra throws, and it's just solid. It's kind of like a Thunderbird. This thing is great, stable, not overstable, not understable, just stable. It's gonna work great for your backhand and your forehand. Try to just rip it up the gut. It will stay straight for quite a while. For me, it liked that about 340 number, and then it would start to drop. But as it beats in, it'll just keep going straighter and straighter, similar to what I think my Orc does. And finally, don't forget there's this beauty, and you have a chance to own this. Just make sure that you are subscribed and tell me what your current favorite understable fairway driver is. Don't forget to check out the description of this video. I will have my website linked down there where you can check out merch, used discs, and much more. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.